My name is Annaleya. I work at Waystar and I am a full stack engineer. Waystar handles payment processing for doctors' offices and insurance companies. I communicate with databases like SQL Server Management Studio, Snowflake, APIs. We also do front-end development, making our website look pretty, styling it based on what our UI UX developers want, and then communicating with our product people who communicate with our clients and make improvements to our website and implement new features. It's a challenging environment. We're developing software that is beneficial to a lot of people, and it helps to alleviate stress off of doctors' offices so that they can focus more on patient care versus billing.
My name is Blair. I'm a software engineer at Jack Henry. We provide a back office application tool for credit unions. They house the financial institutions and track payments of any kind. It basically gives them a user interface to use. We'll start off with our daily stand-up, which is a meeting of my team. We get together and go over the work we did the prior day, and then we'll also talk about items on our sprint board and what we're going to knock out the current day. This can go anywhere from regression testing or bug fixes or any items we have to work on for the user.
Before I started software development, I was an accountant. So I did a lot of data handling, data analytics, spreadsheets, stuff like that. And I knew that that was not the direction I wanted to go. I really liked the appeal of working on front-end environments because you can see the changes in front of you, you can see what you're doing, how it affects the page. But I didn't want to just be limited to what I was doing on the front-end side of things. I kind of had my mindset of wanting to be a full stack engineer.
I chose software development because in school I was learning all types of branches from IT. I was also landed a job as customer support, helping people in store set up hardware, or if they have an issue in the store, help them remotely from my office via the command line, and how to troubleshoot, walk them through several troubleshooting steps, which was fun. It was great. So while doing that, I started my back-end certificate. And that's, as I mentioned, when I really fell in love with developing and coding and programming.
I work with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, less files. I work with Selenium. I work with in Hibernate. I work with stored procedures and T-SQL in SSMS. A lot of our stuff is in ADO. I work with Splunk. I work with RabbitMQ. I work with a lot of different applications, and they all tie together to create one big application that works amazingly.
We program in C# and .NET, so we use Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code. Depending on the work item, you'll have to go into MySQL, browse the database for data. If you're using an API call, you won't utilize the database. You'll have certain calls for whatever company you're at. They usually have specific ones. When manipulating data, you'll go into MySQL that we use, and there's tons of tables, tons of schemas. You'll have to make queries.
I will tell you, as much as I love front-end development, it was too easy for me. I loved seeing all those changes, seeing what I could manipulate front-end, but it was too easy. I needed the challenge. Back-end development gave me that challenge. I couldn't see exactly what I was manipulating. I had to read the code. I had to understand what it was doing. I had to be efficient at debugging. Back-end development gave me that. Software engineering gave me that. Front-end development was too easy for me. I needed that extra challenge. You're doing 20 file changes with several hundred lines of code change, and you make it through a code review with everything being approved? Oh, that feels so good. That feels so good.
I chose software development because I fell in love with the coding nature, and it's more satisfying to me than the others. Diving in, having to learn about an issue, doing research, doing all the Google, having the coding community, utilizing Stack Overflow, all the tools that are out there to help you, and when you finally get to the solution of a problem, it's the most rewarding thing that I've ever encountered. So that's definitely why I chose the programming route.